journey with the team, how you got here, your time on the scout team, I guess just what has that journey been like for you, and the why that motivates so many of these guys? What is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard my first 2 years, you know. Not traveling with the team's hard to do, and just being on the scout team, you know. I mean, we got a lot of guys that, you know, are going to go through the same thing that I did, and just being able to be like a leader to them and being able to tell them, you know, I did the same thing, you know. I mean, it means a lot to me, and you know, like you said, part of my why is going through that, you know, just going through that hard time, being asked the question every day, like, who are you going to be, you know, and having to answer.
All right. Give us the lowdown. Tate at center or Jared at center. How's that working?
Yeah, it's working out. It's working out great. I mean, I think, you know, we're going to be fine with Bobo, Tate, Jared, anybody at center. You know, I think you know, we're confident in whoever we're going to put out there from week one all the way through to, you know, wherever we end up in a playoff. So I mean, we're going to be. I think we'll be fine no matter what we do. You know?
Hey Dylan, what stood out about the way that Branson Robinson kind of attacked his rehab, you know, during last year and then leading up to fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, I would say just his mentality. I mean, he's got an incredible mentality. I mean, you know, he was dealt, you know, some hard hands just with the injuries that he had, kind of being back to back. And you know, there's a lot of guys that I'm sure on the team. I mean, me being one of them. I mean, I felt bad for him, but I don't think he had an ounce of, you know, feeling sorry or self-pity in him. He just was ready to get back on the field, and it shows. You know, it shows in just the way he shows up every day. He shows up ready to attack every day, and you know, it's just a testament to his great, you know, mentality.
Two-part question from over here. I guess during the scout team, you probably saw a lot of Jalen Carter. What was that like going up against him every day? And then part two, with your wrestling background, in terms of the mental toughness it takes to get through wrestling workouts versus football at Georgia, how would you compare that?
Yeah, I saw a lot of Jalen Carter, and you know, Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis. The list goes on, but it was tough. You know, you come in as a freshman and play, and as a sophomore, and you know, you're going against studs like NFL players. You know, I mean, those guys are elite level players, and you know, going through that definitely helped me today. And you know, like you said, just having the wrestling mentality. You know, going through what I went through as a kid as a wrestler, like I mean, I got beat a lot, you know, as a young kid in the training facility I was in. So, and I knew that, you know, getting beat's how you become better. You know, that's how you grow. You got to get beat. You got to lose to win. So, going through that just was a big step in just the process of being a player.
Hey Dylan, y'all have a lot of new faces in the running back room with, you know, ETN and Nate and all them. What have you noticed from those guys in camp?
They're excited. I mean, they've you know, Trevor's done a really good job of just I'd say becoming a part of our team. I mean, he came in to the room with open arms, and you know, we embraced him, and he embraced us fully. And you know, just his mentality every day. I mean, they've really all got similar mentalities. They're all, you know, attacking running backs. They're not afraid of contact. They're not afraid of, you know, hitting the hole or bad days. You know, so I mean, I think just embracing each other. You know, us embracing, you know, Trevor and the return of Branson has been awesome. I mean, I'm really excited for him.
Dylan, Coach Smart talked about the scrimmage Gunner had on Saturday, and just a little bit about his progression to this point. Just what have you seen from him? He's now been here for 3 years. Just the progression Gunner's been.
Yeah, I love Gunner. He's one of my favorite people, you know, in the world, because he's just so humble. He's so nice, such a great guy, and you know, on the field he really has I feel like he's got a lot of poise. You know, he's got a lot of things go wrong. I mean, that's football, you know, and I think he handles it really well. I think he's very hard to shake or really hard to rattle, and he's just grown in that role. I've seen him grow, be more vocal of a leader, and embrace that role of being a quarterback.
Yeah, we got a chance to talk to Ernest last week, and he referred to you by the nickname of Pickles. Is there anything to that
Pickle.
nickname?
I don't know. They just took it and we just ran with it. Dill Pickle, I guess is why they call me that. I don't know who started that. I think Mim started that a while ago. we just kind of took it around with it.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's anybody that you model your game after, anybody that you study for maybe inspiration or just to learn from.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, we watch a lot of film, and I mean, Tate's been a guy that I've taken a lot of pages out of his book and put them in my own. You know, I mean, I really love the way that Tate cleans the pocket. So, I mean, just little things that I'll take from, I'll pick people's brains, you know, and I mean, we, you know, watch a lot of Trey Smith and just a couple people around the league, you know, we'll just pick pieces of their game and just put them in our book, you know, and that's a big thing that I've enjoyed about having Tate in the room is I learn a lot from him. I mean, I ask a lot of questions to him. He's got a lot of answers, so.
Asked about your best attributes. Before you came in here, Kirby said toughness was the first thing that came to his mind. Maybe it has to do with your past of being on the not being on the travel squad and that kind of stuff. But I don't think you've missed much time or any games or anything since you've been in that. Is that part of it? Just and can you just talk about dealing with that? Because the line, you're constantly hurt. You're always hitting. I'm sure you're always dealing with something.
Yeah.
How important is it for you to stay out there and stay on the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to just go and do what you got to do in the training room and take nutrition seriously. I started taking vitamins. You know, I take like a whole plethora of vitamins, you know, daily, and I think that, you know, gives me a lot of energy and just support, you know, on the inside. And I mean, like you said, on the outside, it's just, you know, you gotta be tough. You know, it's gonna hurt. You know, there's gonna be dings, bumps, and bruises, and just being able to play through that, you know, it's just standard.
Yeah, I guess Nate Frazier's practiced with you guys for almost 3 weeks now. What's been your impressions of him?
Oh man, he's awesome. You know, he's a unique person. He's got a unique personality, and it's awesome. You know, I didn't really know him at first, and so he's got he talks a lot, and so when he first got around us, I was like, yeah, this guy is talking a lot. But just getting to know him more, that's who he is. And I think looking into the future, I think he's got a really, really bright future, and he's a really good football player, and he's got a great personality to go with it. And so I'm really glad we have him on our team.
Yeah, Matt Luke's now the offensive line coach at Clemson. He was formerly here. What kind of role did he have in sort of shaping your development?
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job with us as freshmen. I think he left in the spring of my sophomore year, and you know, just the things that he taught us. I mean, he taught us, you know, a lot of things that, you know, for me personally, the biggest thing I took from him was linebackers. You know, like linebackers tell you everything, and you know, being able to read linebackers and read the field, that was his whole deal with us. Was he wanted us to be able to look at the field and read it, and him teaching us that before he left was a great detail that I appreciate a lot from him.
Dylan, when Coach Smart was in here, he talked about some of the younger defensive linemen in camp, you know, had to go up against the ones and twos because of some of the injury issues there. Just what has stood out to you about some of those younger defensive linemen who, you know, getting tested pretty early on in camp?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of our young guys have learned really, really fast. You know, we've got a big portion of our team that's young guys, and I think they did a great. Like, we took incredible leaps in fall camp, and I'm just excited to see. You know, like, we got a lot of guys. We got Nas. I mean, the list goes on about all these young guys that are on our team now. So being able to show them, you know, the standard and watch them grow into that has been awesome. I mean, they've really done a great job of just learning all their plays, stunts, and blitzes, and yeah, they've done a great job.
Dylan, when C.J. Allen was in here, he said in practice when the number one offense is out there, it feels like that's the best offense this defense will face all year. Mm-hmm. How would you describe how good this offense is and can be?
I think we've got a lot of potential to be good. We just take it day by day and try to grind on each other. You know, like I could say the same thing about the defense side of the ball. You know, I mean, I think we've got an incredible defense, and I'm really excited to see, you know, the havoc is what Coach Schumann likes to say. You know, I'm really excited to see that, you know, in the games this year, and yeah, just going against each other is a big part of just getting better, you know, and accepting, embracing the grind.
what is your relationship like with Mike Morris, and how are you guys similar and how are you different?
I think we both like to hit people. We have a great relationship. I mean, we've we both, you know, have been through a lot of the very similar situations, you know, on the team. Like, we both were on the scout team, you know, for a long time and had to put our dues in to be able to play at this university. And just, we respect each other. We love each other like brothers, you know. I know if I've got a bad day, he's got my back, you know, and I appreciate that all the time, you know. And I know if he's got a bad day, I've got his back, and I'd say just all of us on the line, we kind of just take each other's back, you know. If one of us is lacking in one area, we'll call it out and raise the standard, you know. And I think that he does a great job, and everybody on the O-line does a great job of just holding each other accountable and just being best friends.
Hey Dylan, I'm curious, what's your absolute favorite thing about football? And when you're done playing in 15, 20 years, what's something you're like, thank God I don't gotta do that anymore?
My favorite thing, and one thing that I don't like as much. God, that's a hard one. Right now, I'd say just like running out there in the beginning of the game is my favorite part of it. I mean, I love playing the game, and that is why I do it, is to play. That's why I put all this work in, and that's why we grind. That's why we work so hard, is to play and execute and do things the right way. And I think just seeing fans, bringing people joy, you know, seeing the impact it really does make, like in the community, is the best thing to me. You know, seeing the difference that, I mean, it matters to a lot of people, and seeing how big of an impact, you know, we can make is awesome to me. You know, and I'd say one thing I don't like, probably knee braces. I'll take knee braces and throw them away once I'm done.
Time for one more question.
You were mentioning having a second ago, and I thought about Michael Williams. He's a guy that can play all over the field, including inside. What makes him so effective, even at 265, when he lines up inside a tackle?
I'd say just his hand fighting. He's got incredible hand fighting. He's got a lot of tape on his hands during practice. You know, he's got a couple fingers, you know, that he's had to work on these past couple years, I guess. And so just his ability to hand fight, you know, with what he has, he's just so good at coming off the ball. He's really good with his eyes too, working on his twists. He will, if he's in a 3-tech, he'll look at me and he's running the TE, and I mean, I'm thinking he's coming at me, and he's really picking the tackle's hip. And I mean, he just does a really good job with his eyes and his hand movement. Hand fighting. He's really elite at hand fighting with his eyes.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thanks,
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you all.